This is Captain Lee Noga from the Academy of Shrimping based out of Central Florida. And today we're going to talk in detail about how I deploy a collapsible shoemaker frame net, which you can purchase at marker69.com. This is my boat. It's a 17-foot flats boat. And let's go over the material list here. I have a 10-foot galvanized pipe. I have two 1-inch stainless steel rings. I have two 3/4-inch stainless steel O-rings. All I've done is attach the rings to the pipe, and I modified my ropes on the left and right side of the net, and I added brass clips. In my hand, I'm holding the leaded bar, which is where the weight is of this net so that it sinks down. This is the top of the bar. There are my clips. So it's a very simple clip system, and I chose this because at night and all the chaos and all the gear, it to me is the quickest way to secure the net without making a mistake, which I've made. So what I'm going to show you here is how, and the order actually how I do it, but the order in which I do it. And one of the things I can't stress enough is think about what you're doing before you do it, and make sure that your mono does not catch your cleats, bimini, notice my hand slip, a bimini screw, and any kind of hardware. That mono snags everything. So you got to make sure you don't deploy that net and then rip it because it got caught in the cleat there. The second thing you always want to do is make sure you clear your U-bolts. Notice my finger on the U-bolt before you clip on to the O-rings. Now, if you didn't see me, I was pretty slick. I made a mistake and I actually clipped prematurely one of the O-rings, but we'll get back to that. Right now I'm pulling on a yellow rope, and that's a 30-foot piece of nylon blend from Walmart, probably $7, $8. And what that becomes is my leash. And I added just a simple saltwater friendly clip, and that's what's going to attach to the base of the frame net so that I can pull the frame net contents in, dump them, and throw the sock back out and let the tide put it back in spot without getting soaking wet. This is the Longline Clip. This is what shuts the bag. You have to go around once, and you want to go around twice. Twice being key. Note the strength. If you don't do it twice and you only do it once, the weight of the frame net and all the shrimp in it will open up that sock, the clip will slip down, and you will release all of your shrimp. So once you clip it on, you got your pipe ready, you got your sock clip on, just throw it out there. There's the marking ball, and that tells the boater behind you that you have a frame net deployed. These are all Florida state laws. And I'm feeding my line out there just to get it off the boat because it's easy to kick, trip, and stumble over all your gear. So organization is kind of important. And the last step of my leash is simply adhering it. So one end is to my frame net, the other end is to my boat, and I just let the current take it out. So now that the leash is on, I'm about to fully deploy, make sure my mono is free of all my cleats and all my little hardware things, and I'm going to realize I shouldn't have done something. Right there, I'm up, oh, I see it from here. Oops, looky here. Oops, bad. Clip should not have been clipped yet. You clear the U-bolts. Now you clip it. So once I clip that, we're ready to deploy. Now, the weight of that lead bar can easily get caught in itself and rip that mono. So you make sure you clear it before you let go with your left hand. And it quickly straightens out the net, and we're deployed. Now notice the bar is out of the top of the water. I do that intentionally because I don't want the water to bounce off the bar and let the shrimp sense it with their antennas. So I like to have my top bar out of the water. Why do I do it? I don't want the dip lights out front to steer them away from that frame net, so I pitch it out in total darkness. Now, if I should ever want to sink that net, I add that galvanized chain to the clip, and that will allow me to sink it lower. So don't be afraid to cut your lines, just add chain. This is Captain Lee Noga from the Academy of Shrimping, wishing you blessings and full pulls.